Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine Nicole. I wanted to hop on here to kind of give you guys my story so you can actually see that I am relatable, that my story may also be your story, and why you see me post so much on social media and why I want to be a positive influence for not only my children, but for women who look just like me. I am a former collegiate athlete. I actually cheered at North Carolina Central University during my time there. I'm the mother to two beautiful children, my 6-year-old little girl and my almost 2-year-old little boy. I am also a military spouse. So that means that my husband is gone pretty much 90% of the time because of the specialty that he has within the military. Now, my health and wellness journey isn't a conventional one. Mine actually came from tragedy. I had my daughter in 2014, and 6 months after I gave birth to her, I actually lost one of my grandmothers to diabetes, and it was very preventable. We actually did not know that she had diabetes until we actually had the results of the final autopsy. And that kind of catapulted me into really buckling down and looking at my own health and wellness and what I want to portray to my daughter. I'm a mother of a little black girl. And if you look at the statistics, you'll see that women of color were the leading numbers when it comes to heart disease, diabetes, hypertension. We're the first to leave this earth. We're also the pillars of our families, the backbones of our families. And I wanted to make sure I did everything possible that I could do to make sure that I was going to be around for her. So because of that tragedy of losing a grandmother, I took it upon myself that I needed to be better. Yes, I was active. Yes, I was working out. Yes, I did what I had to do, but I did that when I was in college. In college, your body's haven't completely matured. You're a collegiate athlete. You're working out just about every single day, but you're still eating like crap. And it took me losing my grandmother for me to take a look and take a step back saying, hey, I might need to look into nutrition more so now because 80% of the battle is truly nutrition. A lot of this stuff is very preventable. So because of that tragedy, I started my journey. It took about, I want to say 2 years for me to lose the baby weight when it came to my daughter. And because of that, people saw me kind of adjust to being a new mother, saw me adjust to being a military spouse away from my family and not having that support when it came to looking after her or watching her when I needed to work out. I got up early mornings. I stayed up late nights. I was in the kitchen doing meal prepping, but it also gave me the opportunity to teach her about nutrition. As a matter of fact, the portion control containers that I use are color coded. And it allowed me to teach her colors and also teach her that eating veggies and fruits are actually good for you. And as a mother, that's something that you really want to do for your children. But also during that time was my husband's first deployment. During that time, we actually had hit a wall when it came to our relationship and our marriage. We had been together since we were 21. There was an incident that occurred that we actually had to fight back from. And it was because of my journey when it came to health and wellness. I was able to get through that dark time in our relationship and within our marriage because not only with my health and wellness journey, it allowed me to start a personal development journey. It allowed me to be an individual who is very vulnerable, someone who is willing to share what I was going through because I knew that there was somebody else going through the same thing that looked just like me. It also allowed me to take a step back and say, you know what? I also need help too when it came to my mental health. So I chose to get up early mornings to do my mental health exercises that consisted of personal development. I actually took the time to go see a therapist. I took the time to actually really dig deep into my anger issues, dig deep into why I was irritated with him, why I was mad with him, and actually pinpoint a lot of the things that we had going on. And it actually made us better as a couple. It allowed us to open up the communication. So my story comes from, yes, tragedy of losing my grandmother, one of my grandmothers. It comes from heartache and a dark time when it came to my marriage and my relationship with my husband. But there's been a lot of triumphs too. I was able to walk across the stage to actually show my results from my health and wellness journey. And you can see the glow I had on my face in this physique competition that I did, because I was put together mentally wise, because I did the work by going to see a therapist. I did the work by getting up and doing personal development. I did the work by working out and digging deep into my nutrition. You saw that glow. You saw that confidence, because I had lost my confidence during the first part of our marriage, because I was so engrossed into what he was doing, because that's what I thought that a good military spouse did. Like, you put all your dreams and your aspirations on the back burner. Yes, I do work in corporate America. Yes, I have the education, the degrees out the galore. However, I put that on the back burner to actually support him, and there was a lot of resentment there. And because I chose to dig a little bit deeper in my own journey, health and wellness wise, I was able to let go of that resentment, because throughout all of that, he was still there. He was still supporting me. Not one time did he ever criticize me for the weight I gained during my first pregnancy. Never one time did he ever criticize the fact that I was angry or resentful, because all that education that I did in undergrad and graduate school, those degrees I earned, I had to put my career on the back burner to support him. He was still there, and I'm very grateful for that. And to be honest with you, if I hadn't started my health and wellness journey, I don't even know if we would even still be here today as a supportive, loving couple. And because of that, we actually have grown stronger and more committed to one another. And we've dug into another community of supportive people that have their own adversities that they've overcome. Now, in the past couple of years, when it comes to my journey, I've gained the weight, I've lost the weight, I've had another baby. So, meaning my second son. So, the person that you see right now is almost 2 years postpartum. Yes, I am curvy. I love every bit of my curves. I love every bit of my stretch marks, but I'm healthy. And the reason why I'm healthy is because I took the time to dig a little bit deeper into my nutrition. I took the time to get the certifications when it comes to my nutrition. And I'm saying that as a busy wife and a mother and somebody who works in corporate America, you have the ability to do it too. You have to take the time to really carve out some time for yourself so you can actually find yourself again. And that's what my journey has actually done for me. I've been able to find myself again. I've been able to find my glow. I've been able to find my spunk. I've been able to find my confidence. I've been able to say, you know what? I got curves, I got stretch marks, but I look cute. I have that positive body image that I didn't have before. I used to compare myself to what I saw on social media. I used to compare myself to what I saw on TV, saying either I needed to be a size 2, super skinny, and that's the picture of health, but it's not necessarily. I know for my body type, I'm going to be curvy, but I am going to be healthy. I have the medical results to show that I am healthy as ox, but I'm curvy. Flat stomach, curves everywhere, just how my husband likes it. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. But I have a positive image that I can actually say, you know what? I'm proud of the hard work that I've done. My daughter can actually have a positive image when it comes to her mother and see, you know what? My mama's bad. She's healthy. She works out. She teaches me how I need to be when I get older. Many people see my videos on social media and see my children involved in them, either my son on my back doing push-ups or my daughter in there jumping around doing sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks. You see that. But you also see a couple in a lot of my videos, meaning me and my husband. My husband has been right by my side during my entire journey. We've actually been by each other's sides. As we get older, we have to find new ways to recommit to one another. And we've done that. And that journey has helped us, our health and wellness journey has helped us to do so. We're very honest about the struggles that we deal with every single day, especially being parents to young children. You tend to not have that time to really focus in on yourself. You don't have time to focus in on yourself? Bring them along for the journey. And the reason why you bring them along for the journey as a parent is because you want to teach them healthy habits early on in life. I know for me, as a person who works a highly demanding job in corporate America, it gets very hard to find the time to take 30 minutes to just do a self-reflection or even do your workouts. But I find the time because it helps me to be a better mother. It helps me to be a better wife. It helps me to be a better friend. Yes, I am busy. Like literally from the time my feet hit the floor in the morning to the time I go to bed at night, I am always on the go, either behind a busy toddler, a 6-year-old with virtual learning right now in the COVID environment, to a very busy job and highly demanding job where I'm attached to it via either a laptop or on my cell phone when I'm going to pick up my son. But the time that I've taken during my health and wellness journey has helped me to be better in all of those arenas. It has allowed me to focus in. It has allowed me to look at different tools to help me become a better person and a better woman. It has allowed me to actually take a look at my faults and understand that, you know what, not everybody's perfect. You don't have to be what you see on TV. You don't have to be what you see on social media. You just have to be you. You have to be the authentic you. And that's what people see in me now. Loud mouth and all. I'm really short, got a short woman complex, but I have a big mouth, but I also have a big heart. And it took this journey to allow me to see that people want that from me. People want to see the authentic me. I don't have to do something to try to fit in. I don't have to be a size 2 or a size 0 to be welcomed. I just have to be me. I have to be willing to share my journey, be willing to share my ups, my downs, because somebody is listening to me. Somebody is watching me and seeing how I've been able to overcome, and they're trying to learn from me. So my story, there may be some similarities in there for you. There may not be, but I'm here to say that you can do all things once you say yes to yourself. If it's through tragedy, if it's through hard times, or you're at a bright spot in your life and you just want to be a little bit better, all you have to do is say yes to yourself. And my story started from me saying yes to myself. It started from me saying, I want to be better for my children. It started from me saying, I want to be better for my husband. It started from me saying that I want to be a positive role model and have a positive impact in my community. And I want to be able to have positive representation of women who look like myself versus the negative representation we see a lot. So my story may be your story. My story may not be your story. It may be your sister's story, maybe your girlfriend's story. It may be your mom's story, but it's my story. And I'm happy that I'm able to be confident in sharing that. And I'm happy that I have this glow about me that now, because of the confidence I've gained throughout my journey. And my journey is just beginning, to be honest with you. Who knows where it will lead me? But I want you to be a part of that journey. I want you to start saying yes to you and trust and believe the doors that will open up for you are going to be limitless. The people that you attract in your life that are positive, they're going to be limitless. Your potential is unlimited. You just have to tap into it. Thank you. Thank you for hearing my story.